Hi, in this video I want to talk about pride. First of all, many people consider that pride is something positive. And in some sense that is true. Also, people can see pride as negative. And of course, they are correct or true as well. But what I want to do in this video is to go into that issue of pride and to see really what is right about it and what is wrong about it. In other words, the objective of this video is to promote awareness on what we call pride. Okay, so some people may call pride a defect, and other people may not see it that way at all. But if we look into the negative side of pride, that can make us to think or consider that pride may well be a defect. Really, if we could go deeply into pride and find out what is behind it, then that would clear up everything. We'll be able to know whether it is a defect or not. Because by principle, behind every defect is some sort of underlying deep flaw. There is some error deep down at its foundation, and that error is what produces a defect. So in this video I hope that we can have a look at the underlying foundation of pride as well, if time permits. Okay, so pride may be described as holding to one's conviction, holding to what one knows is right, or upholding what one knows as just in any given situation. And usually that could be a good thing, especially when we truthfully, honestly know that a certain thing is right, and then we stick to it, or we hold ourselves to it. Then that is fine. That's probably not pride. Pride, I would like to say, comes into the picture when we know that something is wrong, or something is not 100% right, and yet we just hold on to it as if it were 100% right. And so many times, we know that we are wrong, or we know that we're ignoring the other rights, the other right of the person, or the others of the other people or person involved side of the story, and we stick to it. When we have that sneaking suspicion that we could be wrong, or that we're being one-sided, or we're being too dogmatic, and then we hold our position, and that position harms, inconveniences, is to the detriment of others, then that's when I think we are proud. That's when we're acting with pride. Sometimes people think pride is all about boasting. That well could be. I think it is pride when we boast and we put down others, or we exaggerate. Then that is pride. But if we speak the truth, what we know to be the truth, then that's not boasting, and that's not pride either. That is to speak the facts. Whenever in our thinking and in our words we depart from the facts, or we use the facts to belittle another person, or to put another person's opinion or point of view or application or submission or concept or idea or plan down lower than ours, then of course absolutely that is pride. And pride is always about superior or inferior. Pride loves to be superior, and hates to be inferior. So pride is that constant fight, that constant comparison, always looking at ourselves relative to any other person, and then always trying to establish relative to that other person, party, side, idea, application, submission, rival, etc., an upper position. Pride always wants us to get an upper position, and it's terribly terrified of the lower position. And the worst thing that can happen to us is when we get so identified or so deeply involved in pride that we think that we are the better. And if for some reason we are the lesser, the loser or the lower one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, we feel that our existence just doesn't exist. That's when we're really in trouble with pride. That's when pride becomes a defect. Basically, something becomes a defect when we assume its properties or its nature or its characteristics, to be our deeper inner self, our real self. That's when we've got a problem. And also pride is a defect because it always acts to separate ourselves from other people. It ignores the truth that really we are all interdependent, dependent and connected to each other. What I do somehow can affect other people that I don't even know about. So always I like to keep these videos short, for the viewability of those who look at these videos. But what I wanted to impress in this video, which I hope to produce subsequent videos or later videos about this, I would like to in later videos look deeper into the foundation of pride and also talk about the other facets of pride. So anyway, I hope this video has heightened your awareness about pride and shown it up as a defect. And last thing I want to say before ending this video is that to shun pride or to always seek the humble lower ground is not necessarily correct either. The best thing to do when it comes to pride is always to speak the truth. To speak and to stick with the facts. Then we're not going to fall into either side of pride. Pride has one side, the arrogant superiority side, or the fake humility, humble, low, I'm worthless side to it. It's always the balance, the middle, the just, the correct, is always the best, is always the thing that is outside of pride. So the last thing, if we were to take away relativity, there would be no pride whatsoever. The very fabric, the very nature of pride is that relativity, that comparison. Okay, so hang out for my other videos. It'll be a lot about pride. Okay, thanks for watching this one and see you later.